Hello traders, my goodness, what a move. You'll remember from my last video that I said bear pennants are extremely lucrative, especially when they're on a daily time frame. And my goodness, 7,750 there or thereabouts, all the way down to 7,430. So you do the math, over 300 points in, I think, just over a week, slightly less than a week, a full working week. So where do we go next? I wanted to stop you guys here during the larger time frame, and then if you'll bear with me, I'm going to clean up the charts just a little bit. But I wanted to stop you here on the weekly to show you a very interesting pattern called the M pattern. You have an origin that goes top, that comes down to roughly where the origin began, but not quite, and normally goes back up. We normally have like a double top type pattern, but this one didn't quite reach. And to finish the leg, you would normally see it return to origin, which is this 7,300 zone. Now, am I saying that there is another 150 points to go before the pattern is complete? Yes, I think I am saying that. But will it go down in a straight line? No, it will not go down in a straight line. We've done this so many times before. Markets do not move in a straight line. I feel like there is more downside to go because of this weekly pattern. This is also quite a powerful pattern. But if we look at the lower time frames, if we go to the 4-hour, you can see the RSI is extremely oversold. Very, very oversold indeed. So I'm going to call a small bounce before we resume our trajectory down. Where it bounces to, I don't know yet, but I'm going to show you the hourly and see whether we can decipher perhaps something happening here. Now, again, very oversold conditions on the hourly. So the FTSE will want to reset its RSIs before making another large move. Now, I'd normally would say that this area here looks very much like a bear flag, a smaller bear flag, but still a bear flag, which, if you remember from the larger pennant, looks a little bit like this. This is one pattern, okay? Now, if I remove this, the other pattern I feel like could be happening is I feel like it could be putting in an inverse head and shoulder. So we've got the shoulder here, and then you have the head. And then what you should see at some point, price action will draw another shoulder over this side, and then the trajectory, the path should take us to this area roughly. Now, I've targeted 7,530, which is 100 points from origin, the origin being this low. And then we have a second target of 7,550, which is 120 points from origin. Now, from my experience, when RSIs are flashing 1 hour oversold, 4-hour oversold, let's have a look at the daily, and one daily candle oversold, we normally get anything between 100, 150, 200 bounce, 200 points bounce. In this environment, I feel like this is doable. So 120 is quite conservative. Why have I chosen this spot? 7,550, if we go left on the daily, you will see that it was also previous resistance. Let's go further left. Hang on, let's make these. There we go, that's better. Here we go. you can see quite a few times, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, yeah, roughly 8 or so times it's been resistance. So if we feel that there is still more downwards trajectory to go, I feel like this is a good spot to bounce to. And as always, like I always say, watch price action around these areas. Now, should price action just take out 7,550, we know where it's heading, don't we? We know it's going straight to resistance 1 at 7,640. So we've got these levels to work our way up to. But for now, let's be conservative. I feel like I prefer the head and shoulders, inverted head and shoulders pattern. I prefer this pattern rather than the hourly bear pennant, only because of these RSIs. I feel like these RSIs need resetting before we carry on moving downwards. So for now, for the next few days, I would just watch for price action to hold this low, 7,430, and to work its way up towards these targets. And then we'll take it day by day from there. Now, obviously, say tomorrow we take out 7,430, you know exactly where we're heading to. We're heading to this 7,300 area. So let price dictate the direction. For now, my bias is this pattern, inverse head and shoulders. However, we could have a small bear pennant playing out as well. And if the bear pennant is to play out, we will know this because it will take out the low of today, which is 7,430. I'm sorry, my system is really playing up today. Here we go. Here we go. Yep. So if this bear pennant was to play out, it will take out the 7,430 low and down it goes. So watch out for the two patterns. I would say this is probably the trickiest time because nobody really knows what direction it wants to go. My bias is that we're going to see a small bounce. Trade safe, guys.